Hi everyone, welcome to my class today. I'm Mrs. Selva. We will look at listen for main ideas and supporting details in familiar, unfamiliar contexts and linguistically complex speech in our class today. Let's answer these questions together, shall we? What is listen for main ideas? What do you think? It means trying to find out what the text is about. One way to identify the main idea is to take note of all the keywords and summarize them into one sentence. Now, what is listen for supporting details? Supporting details are pieces of information that are provided to lend support or credibility to your main points. They can be in the form of definitions, quotations, anecdotes, statistics, and also examples. Let's watch this video on listen for main ideas and supporting details in familiar, unfamiliar contexts and linguistically complex speech.
English Made Easy with Cikgu Hana. Hi everyone, are you ready to learn English today? Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day I wish to all viewers. I am Nurul Hana binti Hussein, currently teaching at the Institute of Teacher Education Bahasa Melayu Campus or Malay Language Campus, which is located in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you for watching channel Cikgu Hana. In this video, I am going to share with you on how to identify main ideas and supporting details when you listen to someone speaking. When we listen to what is being spoken to us, our mind needs to work fast. Here are the list of listening skills we need to adopt. First, identify main ideas and supporting details. That is what we are going to talk about in this video. Then we have inferencing, predicting outcomes, drawing conclusions, sequencing, cause and effect, synthesizing, summarizing, and evaluating. So the rest of the skills I will share with you in other videos. So bear with me. So this time I'm going to focus on identify main ideas and supporting details. When we are trying to identify the main ideas when somebody speaks, we simply try to find out what the general subject of the speech or conversation is all about. It is the most important idea that the speaker is trying to communicate. So to grasp what is being said, normally the main idea is mentioned at the beginning of a speech or conversation and followed by the supporting details. So bear in mind that normally the main idea is mentioned again in the end for emphasis. Let me explain by giving you an example. Let's say someone asks you, where is the best place to go for holiday? Well, you would probably answer, Langkawi Island is the best place to go for holiday. It has beautiful beaches and various places to stay. It is also a shopping haven for local tourists since it is a duty-free island. Definitely, I recommend that Langkawi Island is the best. So now, what is the main idea in this conversation? The conversation is about the best place to go for holiday. The main idea is Langkawi Island is the best place to go for holiday. That's the first sentence. Now, the following sentences are the supporting details. It has beautiful beaches and various places to stay. It is also a shopping haven for local tourists since it is a duty-free island. So both sentences describe Langkawi Island. They support the main idea. The last sentence is the conclusion of the paragraph. Definitely, I recommend that Langkawi Island is the best. So this sentence emphasizes the main idea once again. What about supporting details? Supporting details support the main ideas. They describe the main ideas so that we know more about the main idea. The supporting details make the main idea stronger. To better understand the function of supporting details, let's look at this example. Someone might ask you about COVID-19 that we are facing right now, and you would respond by saying that the pandemic is terrible and keep on describing the details and statistics of the number of people affected by the virus. Then you would keep on saying that the pandemic has also affected the quality of life as well as has made the world suffer economically. So all these details actually strengthen the main idea, which is COVID-19 is terrible. Do you know that main idea is not always clearly stated? It could also be implied. So how do we figure out the main idea, what the main idea is when it is implied? So we'll look at the supporting details and then we make inference. I will also share some other tips that you could use to identify the main idea. So how do we find the implied main idea? An implied main idea is one where we have to use clues to understand what the speaker is trying to say. We can determine the implied main idea by asking these questions. Number one, does the speaker repeat any words, phrases, or ideas? Number two, what is the topic being said? Number three, what is the central point the speaker is trying to make about the topic? So the answers to these questions will lead you to the main idea. Let's listen to this. There is nothing more crucial than health for any human being, since health is priceless. When we are healthy, we are able to enjoy our life well. We can laugh, smile, enjoy food, talk to our near and dear, and sleep well. In fact, our elders have said that health is wealth. So all the details mentioned in the paragraph above bring us to one main idea, which is health is the most important aspect of life. So we identify the main idea by looking at the supporting details and make conclusion. Now let's compare and listen to this. Health is the most important aspect of our life. When we are healthy, we are able to enjoy our life well. We can laugh, smile, enjoy food, talk to our near and dear and sleep well. In fact, our elders have said that health is wealth. Therefore, there is nothing more crucial than health for any human being. The main idea is clearly stated in the beginning of the speech. So when you compare this paragraph with the previous paragraph, this paragraph gives you a clearer understanding of the main idea. It is clearly stated as to the previous one where the main idea is implied. As promised, so now I'm giving you several tips that you could use to identify main ideas in a speech, conversation, or lecture. Tip number 1, we need to be alert with the discourse markers used by the speaker, such as the most important thing that I am going to say, all right? Or what I am trying to show is another discourse marker. The point I'm trying to make is. Next, what I'm going to talk about today is. And then I would like to focus on. Okay, there are several other discourse markers that you will find people used when they are trying to emphasize on the main idea. Next tip is listen to repetition of ideas. Normally, if something is repeated several times, it shows importance. Just like a mother say things repeatedly, advising you the same thing again and again, it shows that matter is important to you and to her. The last tip is listen to pace, emphasis, and intonation of the speech made by the speaker. Normally, important points are usually said clearly at a slow pace, and the words or the phrase are emphasized. We have come to the end of our lesson. I hope this video is meaningful to all viewers. I hope with the tips shared in this video, we would be able to listen well, especially when English is not our first language. All the best to you. See you again in the coming videos. That is all from Cikgu Hana.
Did you enjoy watching the video? Now let's look at listen for main ideas again. It refers to what a listening text, paragraph, or an article is about. The main idea is the key point that you pick up in a listening task. You listen to identify the overall idea or ideas expressed in the recording. The main idea is the general idea or the gist of a message, news report, dialogue, or speech. Let's look at the text below. The words in bold are the main ideas, while the rest of the explanations are the supporting details. Let's read it together. The incredible diversity of life we see around us stems from the many different environments on this planet. Each environment supports its own specialized ecosystem. However, many ecosystems are being severely undermined by the destruction of these environments. So the words in bold are the main ideas in the paragraph. For example, diversity of life, many different environments, the word ecosystems, and undermined by the destruction of these environments. Let's look at the second paragraph. Global warming caused by high levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is one such threat to the diversity of life. In the Arctic, sea ice is being thawed by rising temperatures. This has significant ramifications for the animals that depend on the sea ice, such as polar bears and seals. Oceans are exempt from the effects of climate change either. Warmer water causes coral bleaching, and this in turn affects the many sea creatures that inhabit the coral reefs. So in this paragraph, then the main idea is the global warming. The remaining of the sentences refer to the supporting details. Now the third paragraph, listen to this. Deforestation is another global issue that threatens many ecosystems. Rainforests around the world are shrinking at an alarming rate. For example, the Amazon rainforest is being cleared at a rate of about 6,000 square kilometers. Rainforests are the most spacious, rich habitats on the planet. Thus, the rapid rate of deforestation is pushing many plants and animals to the brink of extinction. So for this paragraph, the main idea is deforestation is another global issue, and the rest is the explanations. A committed and concerted effort on the part of every nation and every person is needed to halt these global threats. And the last sentence is the main idea again. We need to adopt more responsible practices if we want a greener and more sustainable future. Right? Now listen for supporting details. It refers to the major and minor points that support the main idea by explaining how, when, where, why, how much, or how many. Paying attention to the topic, main idea, and supporting details helps you to understand what the speaker is trying to say. So as you listen to announcements, speeches, talks, dialogues, or news reports, pay attention to the relevant details. Now let's do some practices. Practice 1 is you have to listen to the recording and answer the questions that follow. I give you the link here. As for practice 2, you have to refer to your MUAT textbook. These are the pages 90 to 92. And check the answers with your lecturer. Thanks everyone. See you again.